What if the most beautiful towns in America were the ones you've never heard of? Far from tourists and headlines, these hidden gems whisper stories of cobblestone streets, foggy coastlines, and mountain air so crisp it feels like a secret. These aren't just pretty places. They're real communities where life slows down and charm lives around every corner. Forget the guidebooks. We're counting down 10 of the most stunning small towns in the US, places only locals know exist. Some are coastal, some mountainous, all unforgettable. Let's start with number 10. Morro Bay, California. Morro Bay isn't loud about its beauty, and that's what makes it so captivating. Tucked along the central coast between Los Angeles and San Francisco, this peaceful seaside town is best known for Morro Rock, a towering volcanic plug that rises from the ocean like a natural monument. The locals simply call it the Rock, and it watches over a town where sea otters float in the harbor and the air smells like salt and eucalyptus. With just over 10,000 residents, Morro Bay moves at a slower, more intentional pace. Locals sip coffee on foggy mornings, stroll the Embarcadero for fresh seafood, and watch the sun disappear behind the Pacific in golden silence. You're never far from nature here, from kayaking in the bay to hiking coastal trails or biking through flower-covered hills. Despite its prime coastal location, the town remains relatively affordable compared to California's high-end beach cities. The median home price in 2025 hovers around $790,000. High, yes, but still a deal for Pacific views and a true sense of peace. There's a strong eco-conscious spirit here. Residents care deeply about marine life, sustainability, and supporting local businesses. That love for nature shows up in everything from weekend harbor cleanups to the town's annual kite and art festivals. Morro Bay isn't flashy, but it's magical. It's the kind of place where people wave from their porches, seals bark in the distance, and time feels less rushed. For those craving quiet coastlines and community, this is where you'll find it. Number 9. Mackinac Island, Michigan. Step onto Mackinac Island and you step into another era. One where cars don't exist, time slows to a stroll, and the clatter of horse hooves fills the air. Located in Lake Huron between Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas, this secluded island is home to just over 500 year-round residents. The charm here is immediate: storybook cottages, candy-colored shops, and sweeping lake views that change with the seasons. Since automobiles are banned, everyone gets around by foot, bike, or horse-drawn carriage. It's a lifestyle that's not just quaint, it's calming. Days are spent enjoying lakeside picnics, sipping coffee on porch swings, or biking the scenic 8.2-mile trail that hugs the island's perimeter. Victorian homes line the quiet streets, many passed down through generations. While real estate is limited, opportunities do arise. In 2025, homes typically range from $650,000 to over $1 million, reflecting the island's exclusivity and well-preserved beauty. Community life is intimate. Everyone knows everyone. Residents gather for seasonal festivals, local concerts, and cozy winter gatherings that keep spirits high even after the tourists have gone. Summer brings garden tours and outdoor movies in the park, while winter invites peaceful walks through snow-draped lanes and fireside reading sessions. The island transforms with the seasons, bursting with lilacs in June, ablaze with color in autumn, and hushed under snow come January. Temperatures stay pleasant in the warmer months, rarely exceeding the mid-70s, while winter's chill offers quiet and reflection. If you're searching for a place that feels completely removed from the chaos of modern life, where the world slows down and nature takes the lead, Mackinac Island may be your perfect hideaway. 8. Bardstown, Kentucky. If charm had a capital, it might just be Bardstown, a town where Southern grace and small-town authenticity meet under a canopy of oak trees and old brick facades. Located in the heart of Kentucky's bourbon country, Bardstown carries its history with quiet pride. Cobblestone alleys lead to colonial storefronts, historic inns, and the kind of porches where conversations linger long past sunset. With a population just under 14,000, it's big enough for a sense of momentum, yet small enough to know your barista's name. In towns like this, charm doesn't try. It just exists. The appeal here comes from texture, the age of the buildings, the friendliness of strangers, and the smell of aged whiskey drifting from nearby distilleries. This is the kind of town where heritage is woven into daily life, not just saved for museums. Beyond bourbon, the town pulses with creativity. Artists showcase their work in local galleries, and life bluegrass often spills out of bars and courtyards on warm evenings. Its walkable downtown invites slow exploration. Antique stores, vintage theaters, and bakeries that smell like someone's grandma still runs the kitchen. As of 2025, median home prices sit around $260,000, a welcome surprise for those used to coastal costs. Housing ranges from historic federal-style homes to newer builds that blend in with the town's character. Bardstown welcomes both the rooted and the wandering. Whether you're sipping sweet tea on a wraparound porch or walking to a bourbon tasting under golden autumn trees, there's a rare sense of balance here. Tradition without pretension, peace without dullness. Number 7. Solvang, California. Imagine waking up in a town that feels more like a Danish village than a slice of Southern California. That's Solvang, a charming, sun-drenched enclave in the Santa Ynez Valley where old-world tradition meets wine country ease. With its timber-framed buildings, flower-laced windmills, and inviting courtyards, Solvang looks like a page torn from a European fairy tale. Founded by Danish settlers in the early 1900s, the town still proudly celebrates its roots with festivals, bakeries, and architecture that transport visitors and residents alike. Home to just over 6,000 people, Solvang balances cultural richness with small-town calm. You'll find boutique shops selling hand-painted ceramics, parks filled with summer jazz, and an overwhelming sense of warmth, both from the sunshine and the community. The area's Mediterranean climate makes it a year-round delight. Summers are warm but rarely stifling, while winters remain mild and breezy. And with over 100 vineyards nearby, weekend wine tastings and vineyard picnics are practically a local pastime. Housing in 2025 averages around $950,000, on the higher side, but it comes with serious perks. Sweeping valley views, walkability, and homes that often blend storybook charm with modern comfort. Some homes even echo Scandinavian design touches, making everyday life feel like a curated escape. While tourism keeps the town lively, locals enjoy a tight-knit, creative vibe. Artists, retirees, and remote professionals gather for coffee at cozy cafes or join in during Danish days and holiday parades that make the streets sparkle with life. Solvang isn't just a destination, it's a lifestyle. Quiet, whimsical, and soaked in sunshine, it offers a rare chance to live inside a postcard. Number 6. Leavenworth, Washington. Leavenworth doesn't feel discovered. It feels stumbled upon, like a secret village set deep into the forest, waiting quietly beneath snow-capped peaks. Originally a rugged logging town, Leavenworth reinvented itself in the 1960s into a Bavarian-inspired mountain retreat. Today, it's a striking blend of alpine architecture, evergreen backdrops, and a deep-rooted sense of place. Wooden balconies overflow with flowers in summer, and fairy lights glisten off icicles in winter. The population hovers around 2,300, but this small number belies a community rich in energy. Locals are a mix of outdoor enthusiasts, artists, and people who simply wanted something different. A slower rhythm and closeness to nature that cities can't offer. Adventure is all around. The Wenatchee River flows through town, while trails, cliffs, and slopes invite everything from hiking and rafting to snowshoeing and skiing. Summer days stay in the 80s, winters drop below freezing, blanketing the region in pure alpine quiet. Real estate averages near $720,000 in 2025. And while vacation homes are popular, there's a strong contingent of full-time residents who protect the town's identity. Rustic cabins, A-frames, and chalets line forested roads just outside the town center. Leavenworth's heart beats through its festivals. From Oktoberfest and Mayfest to its legendary holiday light displays, the calendar feels alive year-round. Yet despite its popularity with visitors, there's a comforting familiarity here. Faces are recognized, traditions are honored, and locals still gather in the same cafes and corner pubs. For those who want to live in a place where the seasons announce themselves and the mountains never leave your view, Leavenworth offers a quiet invitation, and it never feels forced. Number 5. Paia, Hawaii. On Maui's breezy north shore, where the palm trees sway without rush and the surf speaks louder than any city noise, you'll find Paia, a compact, soulful town with an unmistakable island rhythm. Originally a sugarcane hub, Paia has evolved into a haven for artists, surfers, and seekers of simplicity. It's a town that thrives on color, in its murals, in its people, and in its sunsets. Walk down Baldwin Avenue and you'll pass organic cafes, eclectic boutiques, and local galleries that reflect a fiercely independent spirit. With a population of about 2,700, Paya isn't just small, it's personal. People greet each other by name, shop at the same co-ops, and often gather for beach bonfires or open mic nights that stretch into the breeze. Ho'okipa Beach Park is just minutes away, a global mecca for windsurfers and wave chasers. But even if you don't ride the ocean, you'll feel its pulse in everything, from the food to the way time feels less scheduled. The housing market, like the lifestyle, isn't for everyone. Median home prices in 2025 hover around $1.2 million. Yet what you're buying isn't just real estate, it's a slice of tropical serenity, often with lush gardens, ocean air, and lanai views that rival postcards. The weather is nearly perfect year-round, hovering between 70 to 88 degrees Fahrenheit, with reliable trade winds keeping it comfortable. There's no rush here, no urgency, only presence. Life here moves by feel, not schedule. It's a place where art and nature coexist, where shoes are optional, and where every day carries a reminder to breathe deeper, live slower, and connect more. 4. Ferndale, California. Set against the misty landscapes of Humboldt County, Ferndale is the kind of place that feels untouched by time. A serene Northern California village where ornate architecture and redwood-lined back roads set the scene. Known as the Victorian Village, Ferndale is home to fewer than 1,400 residents, yet its charm far exceeds its size. Main Street is a visual treat. Blocks of meticulously preserved 19th century buildings, each painted in rich tones and trimmed with intricate woodwork. These aren't replicas, they're living history, carefully maintained by generations who value craftsmanship. But Ferndale isn't just about appearances, it's a close-knit town where community still matters. Neighbors catch up at the local bakery, Friday nights mean live theater, and festivals, from the county fair to quirky kinetic sculpture races, give the town its playful spirit. Surrounded by farmland and just minutes from the untouched stretch of coastline known as the Lost Coast, Ferndale offers a rare blend of pastoral peace and rugged beauty. The air is cool, often cloaked in coastal fog, and the scent of dairy pastures mixes with redwood bark. Homes are surprisingly attainable by California standards, with a median price near $475,000 in 2025. Properties often come with gardens, porches, and the sort of quiet that's nearly impossible to find elsewhere in the state. Here, the days unfold slowly, filled with homemade pies, hand-lettered signs, and honest-to-goodness friendliness. Ferndale feels like a place where nothing needs to be rushed, and where beauty isn't built, it's simply preserved. If you're looking for a town with soul, history, and more character than square footage, Ferndale just might be the hidden treasure you didn't know existed. Number 3. Brattleboro, Vermont. Brattleboro doesn't try to impress, it just is. Nestled into the southeastern corner of Vermont, this town blends a fierce creative streak with natural beauty that doesn't scream for attention. It simply exists in full color. Forest greens, art house reds, and the crisp white of snow settling on slate rooftops. With just over 12,000 residents, Brattleboro hums with individuality. The downtown is dotted with independent bookstores, funky galleries, co-ops, and old brick buildings that lean into their age instead of hiding it. Street musicians are common, so are thoughtful conversations in line at the farmer's market. Every storefront feels personal, owned, curated, and loved. The surrounding landscape is classic New England. Mountains roll into view with every turn, and the Connecticut River curls along the town's edge. Fall here is fire-colored and electric. Winter, hushed and silver. Outdoor lovers find endless trails, cross-country routes, and back roads that reward patience with panoramic views. Homes range from classic colonials to converted barns and off-grid cabins tucked beneath pine canopies. The median home price in 2025 sits around $410,000, often drawing in those priced out of bigger markets, but unwilling to sacrifice charm or community. This isn't a town for gloss. It's a refuge for poets, educators, artisans, and those craving something genuine. Theater, jazz nights, literary readings, and silent retreats all live on the same calendar, not as novelties, but as essentials. Brattleboro values depth over shine. It may not be sleek, but it stays with you, raw, grounded, and utterly sincere. 2. Ogunquit, Maine. Ogunquit slips under the radar even for many New Englanders, but those who find it rarely forget it. Located along the southern coast of Maine, it balances the elegance of a seaside resort town with the soul of a working harbor community. Its name, derived from the Abenaki language, means beautiful place by the sea. That alone should give you an idea. But Ogunquit offers more than a view. This is a town that feels deeply rooted in its cliffs, in its salt-soaked air, in its quiet sense of knowing who it is. The Marginal Way, a cliffside path carved above the Atlantic, is a daily ritual for locals. Sunrises here are dramatic and unfiltered, often watched in near silence. The walk leads to Perkins Cove, a small harbor dotted with fishing boats, lobster shacks, and family-run shops where the shelves still creak with old wood. Ogunquit is small, just under 1,000 full-time residents, but its presence is outsized. Art has long been part of the town's fabric, with the Ogunquit Museum of American Art and seasonal galleries drawing painters, writers, and travelers looking for stillness. Real estate reflects both scarcity and desirability. As of 2025, median home prices hover around $925,000. Many homes offer ocean glimpses, cedar shingles, and the timeless appeal of weathered porches and perennial gardens. What stands out here is the quiet confidence. No big attractions, no reinvention, just the steady rhythm of tides, pine, and paintbrushes. It's a place that doesn't need to shout to be heard. Number 1. Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. Jim Thorpe looks as if it were sketched by someone in love with old towns and river valleys. Cradled in the Lehigh Gorge and surrounded by thick forest, this town surprises you, not just with its beauty, but with how real it feels. The main street curves along a rushing river, lined with stone churches, gas lanterns, and Victorian storefronts that have been standing for well over a century. It's the kind of place where you can hear the train whistle echo through the hills, followed by laughter from the sidewalk cafes. Named after the Olympic athlete whose legacy still echoes here, Jim Thorpe wears its history with pride. But don't mistake it for a place stuck in time. Music festivals, art walks, ghost tours, and outdoor races fill the town calendar. There's always something happening, but never too much. With a population around 4,500, it strikes a rare balance. Lively, but never chaotic, preserved without feeling precious. Locals are quick to wave, recommend a trail, or share stories of the town's coal mining roots. The outdoors isn't a backdrop, it's part of daily life. Biking the Switchback Trail, hiking to Glenonoko Falls, or kayaking the Lehigh River are all considered normal weekend plans. Autumn turns the entire valley gold and crimson, attracting photographers and leaf chasers from across the state. Home prices in 2025 average around $295,000, offering affordability with serious character. Most homes come with porches, peaks, and quirks that only add to the charm. Jim Thorpe doesn't beg for attention, it earns it. And for those searching for an affordable, picturesque town where the pace feels just right, it might be the perfect ending to the list and the beginning of something new. If this list sparked your wanderlust, check out our video on the most charming small towns in New England. You'll fall even deeper for these hidden gems. Hit like if one of these towns captured your imagination, subscribe for more unforgettable places, and tell us your favorite US spot in the comments. It might just be featured next.